Okay. I am going to take my chances. What? No, hang on. Let me look at this. I am going to use Sacred Flame cantrip on main number 2. So target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Yes, so when you roll it, or when you use it on the target, it'll automatically do the save.
All
It
right.
saves.
Okay, so that's going to end my turn. So it does not look like, being a cantrip, it does not say anything about taking damage on a failed, or on a success like half
On a
damage.
success, no damage happens for that Sacred Flame.
Yeah, Chrisley.
I'm just gonna have to draw out my dagger. I'm not gonna really deal with any spells at the moment because, as far as I'm concerned, no spells are gonna get through.
Okay. They will continue to attack. And Chrisley goes down.
I knew it.
With disadvantage.
Pardon?
With disadvantage.
To hit you?
Yeah.
Disadvantage, yeah.
A dodge.
It will miss. And the 5 will miss. You're up, Lopan.
Try to hit main 1. And I use a key point to take the dodge action again.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to hope that Chris Lee can hold on a little bit so I don't use. I mean, I could use an action for Spare the Dying, but I'm going to try to take these guys out. So I'm going to just do a melee attack on the dude that's next to me.
God, I wish I would have thought about it because I do have the shield, the spell shield. I could have reacted with it. My brain is not there.
I'm going to use my Warcaster and attack again.
Okay.
They do have some
Sorry.
HP.
All right, so that's me.
They do have what, sorry?
HP? They're not so weak.
Well, they have more than 8 because you hit for 8, but they don't have much more than 8.
So I just keep moving on.
Okay, so 1 and 2 are going to attempt to attack Lopan at disadvantage. And 5 will continue to attempt to attack Frumpy. And miss as well. Yep, Lopan.
Into the head.
Oh, nice.
Use another Warcaster. Oh, for crying out loud. All right. How you doing, Chrisley?
You don't know. So main 5 will attack Frumpy. And miss.
I will try to stabilize Grizzly.
Okay. Chrisley is stabilized.
And that's my bonus
I'm
action.
just going to basically put myself as stable with the all S's.
Yep. And the last main falls.
Well, we lasted longer than we thought with these guys.
That's a close one.
It was only close because the insane rolls they got on their first round. Like, all 5 of them hit. One of them crit when they only have a +2 to attack. Like, every roll I did was 15 on the die or higher.
Well,
Well, Chrisley is stable.
Yeah, so Chrisley is stable but not conscious. And you hear from that building, kind of where the explosion kind of came from, you hear chanting and screaming.
I wonder how she looks without armor.
yeah, I mean, I can't do anything for Chrisley. I used both my spell slots on that first round.
Okay. Well, so Chrisley is lying there stable. Off to the right there, you have kind of a hole that's in the wall, and what you can kind of see there is what seems to be some kind of alchemist's laboratory, and you hear basically, as I mentioned, some kind of screaming and chanting coming from inside there.
From inside which building? The big one?
The big one to the right there, where that kind of hole's in the wall.
Well, I'm barely standing.
I mean, I don't think. Hang on, let me. I mean, I don't have like the feat that would let me use a kit to bring Chrisley to 1 hit point or anything.
So the Red Wizard of Thay basically kind of comes up after dealing with the one there and making sure the children, got off to the side safely, somewhere where some adults could watch them. And she basically kind of looks into the building there. The two of you can kind of watch from behind her if you're a bit worried because of your current condition. And you can basically see in this laboratory here, it looks like the equipment is smashed and scattered about the room. And the tables once holding it are splintered and pushed to the edge of the wall. There's a dead body, mauled with various wounds, and it lies in the center amid the rubble. The body has disturbed a strange circle that seems to be drawn there. Candles scattered about the body. and the body grips what seems to be a torn page in its hand. The four corners of the room are filled with four different strange phenomena: a fire raging in midair, a floating globe of rippling water, a whistling whirlwind, and a cascading column of sand. Every few seconds, these elemental entities pulse, and when they do, the circle in the center of the building pulses in response.
Okay, so we have fire, water, wind or air, and I guess earth.
The Red Wizard of Thay just kind of starts looking around the room. With the corpse, kind of there, it seems like whatever the explosion was or something like that probably dealt with whoever was doing something in here. And now
we'll
it just
take a
seems
look,
something
John.
continues to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I will go there and take a look since it seems that it's apparently safe.
Chrisley, stay here.
I will drag Grizzly.
You bring her in there with you? Okay.
Yeah.
Prop her up on a rock.
Make sure no one mugs her in the street.
So take a look at so there's a body.
Yep.
All right, I'll move over to look at the body.
So as mentioned, you do notice that there seems to be some torn page crumpled in its hand.
All right, I will look at the page. I'll take that.
The page in the hand of the corpse has complex magical calculations, but the one simple statement that you're able to actually tell what it actually is scrawled on the side of the page, and it says, "The fundamental elements of our world are in constant, never-ending conflict with one another. While one cannot feasibly exist without the other, neither can they exist when brought together. It's really terribly fascinating."
And now I wish Chrisley was up for this.
So you've got the fire and stuff. You said, where are they? Like in the circle?
They're in the basically the corners of the room in the corner here. So like one's actually kind of floating near the rubble, because that would have been where the corner of the room was.
Do you have a map for the room? Because I'm still looking at the street.
Yeah. So if you take a look at the street, this particular room here, actually is probably only like the 10 by 10 foot 4 squares there. So where the room exploded,
Okay, I see.
yeah. So it's just a 10 foot by 10 foot room that was one of the many rooms in this house.
Okay. So, so we've got the room. There's said there was the body, and there's a circle on the ground where the body was,
Correct?
and candles.
Like a
So there's
ritual
like some kind of
circle.
ritual room. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can pretty much tell from what you can tell, with the way the pulsing's happening and stuff like that, it's pretty obvious that the four elemental areas are what are powering the circle in the middle.
Okay.
You get the sense that this circle is probably what caused all those mains to summon, and if something isn't done about it, more of them will appear shortly.
Okay. I take some of my water and throw it at the fire because I'm thinking this is a fifth element thing. And so I go over to the fire and I take like my water skin and just throw it at the fire. Does anything happen?
Yep. So basically what happens is you put the water onto the fire, and the fire seems to fade out.
And does it stay out or does it come back?
It does not seem to come back.
Okay. So where's my note? Here's the stuff that I typed.
The other three pulse again, and the circle starts to glow brighter.
Okay. I light a torch